Hi, it's Miss Lesley from Youth Guidance Mentoring Academy, and today we'll be reading Manatees. Who's the author? Precious McKenzie. Now, manatees are my favorite animals in the entire world, so I'm very excited. So now we have a table of contents. Mermaid. Early sailors reported sighting creatures that appeared to be part fish, part woman. Sailors call these creatures sirens, or more commonly, mermaids. The sailors believed that mermaids would enchant them with their songs and beauty, causing their ships to wreck. What sailors probably saw were manatees. Have you guys ever heard of this? There are several different species of manatees. Scientists have identified the West Amazonian manatee, the dugong, the West African manatee, the West Indian manatee, and the now extinct, that means they don't exist anymore, are the stellar sea cow. The manatee found in North America is the West Indian manatee. So here's a manatee. They'll cruise slowly along the river seeking food. Excuse me. Look at face. Ooh. Do we look like mermaids? Manatees are large aquatic mammals. That means they live in water. The average length of an adult manatee is between 9 and 10 feet. 9 and 10 feet long. Okay, it's like a ceiling. Adult manatees weigh between 800 and 1,300 pounds. That's a big baby. Manatees have unusual faces. Their faces are wrinkled. They have whiskered, prehensile upper lip. So that means that their lip goes around like that. The large upper lip functions like an elephant's trunk. A manatee will use it to uproot seagrasses. A manatee has lungs and nostrils. It needs to surface for air every 3 to 5 minutes. Fun fact, manatees do not have front teeth. They chew aquatic plants with molars. So all the seagrasses that they'll eat, they're scooping them up with their face and they're just eating them with their back teeth. Manatees do not have arms or legs. Instead, they have large paddle-shaped tail and 2 front flippers. They use their tails and flippers to help them swim through the water. Manatees are not speedy swimmers. A manatee's highest speed is only 5 miles per hour. Here's a manatee using its tail and flippers to move around. Maybe that's why they look like mermaids, because they're just swimming about. Manatee chatter. Manatees have excellent hearing and they can see very well underwater. They communicate with one another through clicks and chirps. Manatees' mothers frequently talk to their calves. Scientists have recorded mother manatees vocalizing with their calves and other adult manatees. So here are some manatees that have algae growing on their backs. The algae grows in moist areas that receive plenty of sunlight. So scientists think algae acts like a sunscreen for manatees, protecting them from the strong sun's ultraviolet rays. Mothers and calves. Manatees usually live alone. Sad. When they are 5 years old, female manatees are mature and able to become pregnant. So they're gonna have babies at 5. A manatee baby will grow inside of its mother for almost a year. Then the mother manatee will give birth to her baby, called a calf, in the water. A mother manatee will nurse her calf for a year to 2 years. Look at that baby calf. Fun fact, manatee babies are much larger than human babies. Manatee calves weigh close to 66 pounds at birth. That's like a 4th grader. That's a big boy. There's the mother manatee and their calf. Manatee habitats. Manatees can live in either fresh or salt water. Manatees need warm water in order to survive. If the temperature drops between 68 degrees Fahrenheit, manatees cannot thrive. So that's why we see them a lot in Indian River County, because we have warmer waters. In North America, manatees prefer the warmer waters of the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. They are also found in slow rivers, canals, and estuaries. So here, if you see all those dark blue, that's where manatees really like to go. So they go around South America, a little bit of Africa, all around. Ooh, wow, a lot in Australia. So here we are in Florida. You can see that they definitely come here. Here is a manatee that's taking a short nap throughout the day. Even in sleep, they rise to the surface for air. So I wonder if they're just asleep and all of a sudden they're just bloop, 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 right up to the surface because they need some air. When warm water temperature drops in the winter, manatees congregate around the many natural springs in Florida. So when they're cold, they all like to go to the same place. Springs such as I know this word, I just haven't seen it written. Springs such as Homasa or Blue Springs have a constant year-round temperature of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna have to look up where that is because I know that's not that far. Manatees will gather when they find warm water or food. They're generally solitary animals, so they really do like to be alone, but when it's cold, they're gonna bundle up together. Fun fact, manatees enjoy the warm water surrounding power plants. They are frequently sighted near the power plants of Fort Myers and Apollo Beach, Florida. We actually have a power plant by the 17th Street Bridge. That's where you can find a lot of manatees. And now that power plant is shut down, but the manatees still go all in that warm water. It's a really good place to go see some manatees, just like right off the road. Delicious dinners. Manatees are herbivores. They spend 6 to 8 hours a day grazing on seagrasses and plants, so they only eat plants. Each day, manatees will eat 10 to 15% of their body weight in aquatic plants. People call manatees sea cows because, like cows, manatees are large and graze on plants. Manatees eat seagrasses and sea lettuce. An average-sized adult manatee can weigh up to 150 pounds. Can eat up to 150 pounds. I was like, we know they weigh more than that. They eat up to 150 pounds of underwater vegetation per day. That's a lot. So look at that hungry little baby. Look at him. Nom, 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 nom. Saving the species. In Florida, there are about 2,300 West Indian manatees, making them an endangered species. So that means that we really need to help them, so we can always have them. It is illegal to harm manatees, and any person caught harming one can be fined up to $100,000, good, and sent to prison for up to 1 year. So a lot of animals can get hurt. There goes the lights. A lot of animals can, especially slow-moving animals, they can get hit by boats in the water. So that I know a lot of manatees end up having scars on their back because the boat propellers have hit them. They are gentle creatures and pose no threat to humans. Manatees, however, are often injured by boats and jet skis. They also have been crushed by canal locks or floodgates. Ooh. Many manatees have been injured or killed by fishing nets and fishing hooks. Water pollution can make them sick. So here's a fun fact. A manatee has a lifespan of 50 to 60 years. In 1981, musician Jimmy Buffett and Florida Senator Bob Graham began the Save the Manatee Club. The Save the Manatee Club educates the public about manatees and habitat conservation. So these people are joining a club just to make sure we can save the manatees and all other sea life. Doesn't ELC, when we go to the Environmental Learning Center, we talk about saving habitats for our animals. The United States Fish and Wildlife Service created the Florida Manatee Recovery Plan. This plan protects manatees. There are now speed zones posted in waterways. Boaters must slow down so the manatees can move slowly. They will move safely out of the boat's way. You can help protect the manatee too. If you see an injured manatee, we're calling this number. I'm going to post it on the links. You can call them on your cell phone, or you can call channel 16 on a marine radio. The Manatee Rescue and Rehabilitation Team will take immediate action and help the manatee. Have you guys ever been on a boat or been out by the water? You'll see these slow Manatee zone, slow speed, minimum wake. So that means they cannot go faster than like the wake cruising speed. I don't go on boats, but. And then we have a glossary list of vocab words that we'd already talked about. So thank you for reading about manatees with me. Hopefully we will see some. If we could do a trip to see manatees, the summer is coming when we finally get to be able to see each other again. I would love to spot some manatees with you guys. I think we should do some more information on what we can do as youth guidance to help manatee conservation. Maybe we can contact these places mentioned in here. We can join the Manatee Club. All right, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.